Okay, so today I'm going to try to cook some lamb, but with a Nova Scotian twist. Well, because of my leftover. So you will see why. First of all, I bought some lamb. By the way, those are not the best cut of lamb in the first place. And secondly, they are on sale because it's 1 day or 2 days from their best before day. So usually grocery stores will mark down those meat if they have only 2 days left on the shelf. So yes, they are bony, but it is okay. I like the bones in a stew. It gives it a special flavor. A lot of people, they don't like lamb, but I love it. It is my favorite red meat. But yes, it is very fat. It is true. Yes, you will see that, yes, they are marked down. And yeah, it's an assortment of lamb's meat. And this is what I'm looking for. You may ask, why don't I use lamb belly? I tried. It was not that successful. It was very fatty, and it's just too greasy for my liking. Now, this is bean curd skin. You can buy it from Chinese grocery store. They came in dry form. So you have to soak it overnight, and that's what I did. And after that, I cut it up in big chunks. I like my stew in big chunks. Otherwise, after a while, you stew for an hour and a half or so, they shrink to nothing. And also, carrots. Again, cut it up in big chunks. So as far as the lamb pieces are concerned, I sprinkle it with some cornstarch. It makes the meat a little bit, I call it, stickier, and it's not so dry when I stew it. Make sure you stir it up, let the flour or the starch coat every single piece evenly. And this is the Chinese red fermented bean curd. Again, you can buy it from the Chinese grocery store. You heard about the tofu or the Chinese bean curd. Now, this is fermented, and it has a particular aroma to it. And some people may not like the smell, but I love the aroma when you stew lamb or meat, any red meat, they are very good. So this is the Nova Scotian twist. I have some leftover maple wine from Nova Scotia, and yes, the maple syrup, the winery here, they make wine out of it. And last night, I had some left over, so I'm going to mix it up with the red bean curd. And it is an experiment, and I can smell of the fragrance of the red bean curd and also the maple syrup fermented wine. It gives it a interesting aroma, and I have to say it's the first time I try it, and it is an experiment. I'm mixing it up into a paste. And of course, you can't miss the ginger and garlic when you are doing stewed lamb. Some people may not like the aroma of the lamb. They think it is a little bit wild, but the ginger and garlic will suppress that wild aroma a bit. So now I have to put a few of the canned baby corn. Yes, you can buy it from the grocery store here. And again, I'm going to chop it up into chunk-sized pieces. Then I'm going to add some. These are the bamboo shoots. Yeah, the budding bamboo shoots. They give it a little bit of a hardy texture. And then water chestnut. And I didn't show it here. I also have some soak Chinese mushroom. And I'm being lazy. I just got it from a can instead of soaking it this time. So, cooking time. I heat up the pot. Put the ginger and garlic, heat it up a little bit first, and then put the lamb pieces in. Keep on stirring it, and make sure they don't stick at the bottom of the pan, and have medium-low heat. You don't want it to get too hot. Oh, now add the bean curd paste that I prepared with the maple wine. Then add some water. And whatever, some of those juice or liquid from the red bean curd. Now you let it simmer. Let it heat up for a few minutes. You can see it boiling, and you can add the bamboo shoots, baby corn, the bean curd skin, as well as the water chestnut into the pot. And you let it simmer. Last but not the least, add the Chinese mushroom and the carrots. And let it simmer for about 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. And it depends on how big your pot is. Don't forget to stir it, especially make sure that the meat won't stick at the bottom of the pot. Don't let it burn. Use low heat. And you can enjoy the aroma throughout the house. No, I don't need to add any salt or anything because the red bean curd has enough sodium in it. After 1.5 hours, now this is done. And I can test it, taste it. The meat is tender enough. I consider this experiment a success. And this is the finished product. It's pretty tasty.